Perceive the noise. Look at the times we are in. Every day, something is happening, something crazier than the last. You ask yourself, what's going to await the second day, or the third day, or the fourth day? A lot is happening, and a lot may not be under your control. What is your control is your reaction. If you look at where we are right now, where there is governments falling, where there is unrest, where there are rumors and even wars actually happening, it can put you in a place where your mental health will take a total decline because you're trying to breathe and start, and then something happens, and then you're back on the drawing board. And sometimes you ask yourself, which way do I go? You can only go one way, the way that is familiar to you. You have to look at what is within your control. Whatever is not within your control is beyond your control. You're in a place, for example, you know that there is a demonstration. You have a business. What's the wise thing to do? Shut it for that particular time till the timeline till the day that everything has calmed down, you close it. Not the best approach, but these are the options on the table. Have it vandalized, because anytime there's a peaceful demonstration, there'll always be those who have been paid to destroy. So what do you do about it? You have two options. You can be vandalized, lose everything, and if there's insurance, trust me, they won't pay that one. Or the other option, you close, you shut it down, you take the bitter pill of reality of, fine, I have lost ABCD, but well, at least I still have my things back in order. Let's say you're driving and you know this area could be a potential. You change your route. Or say maybe that day you're not driving that route, or maybe even that destination, you cut it, or you go to a different option. Because the days you are living in, the times you are living in, nothing is predictable. Even the most peaceful of places you'll ever go to can turn rowdy. You go to a country, either you're a tourist, maybe it's business, maybe you're visiting someone, unfamiliar with the language, but it's a destination that you need to go to. You arrive at the airport, and the moment you are to pick a cab, things have turned chaotic. All of a sudden, the place where you've arrived is being taken over. So what do? You can't go back on the plane and say, I want to go back where I'm coming from. No plane will leave. You are stuck in that environment. It's how you choose to be able to remain calm and trying to ask yourself, within all the noise, within all the chaos, what can I do? Because you can't go back on the plane and say, hey, I'm going to be the pilot. Where are you going? You're stuck. You're stuck in a place you don't know. They're speaking a language unfamiliar to you. These are things that are happening and can happen any day, anytime, especially where we are right now. Fine, you are in your home, everything is okay. All of a sudden, it was raining, good. Then the rain becomes heavy. Next thing you know, it's thunder and lightning. You're thinking, okay, maybe some moment. Next thing you know, it's flooding. What can you do? You only work with what you can. What can you save? Yourself and your loved ones if they are there. You won't save your sofa, you won't save your car, you won't save most things, you save yourself. There is a forest fire somewhere, and it's within where you are. You can't save your house. Maybe you can be able to pick, if you have loved ones, pick them, drive out of that place as fast as you can, or run somewhere where you cannot be, the fire won't catch up with you. And those are the realities. Sometimes I look at how people become so materialistic, and sometimes I pity. I pity from the context of these things, as much as they may make you happy and give you that illusion that you've made it. When disaster strikes, they're the least things that can help you. The only thing that can help you in reality is community. Your community is the people who are around you, whether it's physical, digital, spiritual. Those will be the only people, and that's the reality. With all the tech gadgets. So let's put an example. The grid goes down, electricity is off, internet is off. What happens? Are you stuck? You have to communicate. You'll communicate to who? The person next to you. And that's the reality that many do not want to face, but that's reality. Because at the end of the day, you'll not be able to go and say, I want to use chatbot 123 and get my directions around. No. You'll have to rely on the person to the left or to the right, wherever you are. That will be the person who will help you. And sadly, many people don't seem to see this, but that's the reality. Look at around us. Look what's going on. One day you wake up, you go to the bank, all your money is frozen. You never stole from anyone. Unless the bank lost all your money or something has been going on, they're freezing everything. You're stuck. What do? You work with what you have. You work with what you have. Because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, there are things that are beyond our scope. There are things within our control, our action and reaction. How we do it and to whom you do it, in the context that you do it, really matters. Because if when there is a disaster or a chaos, and the first thing that comes to your mind is to harm the person next to you, is to try and use vulgar language against another person because you feel entitled, because you want to, promote a particular agenda, because you're saying you did this or you guys did this. It's never the way. Because at the end of the day, we cannot control most of the things going on. You can find yourself a victim of a war, diplomatic war between two nations, your country and another country, and it can escalate in a blink of an eye. What do? At the end of it all, sift through the noise. Handle what you can within your limits. Because up beyond that, we only push ourselves to places we can't. You still need to be in your best mental situation to be able to think through. We all survivors. All we need is a situation. We can all survive, even in the extreme. We limit ourselves sometimes because of all the predictive programming, where you're thinking, when I run, I will do like I saw a particular actor or entertainer. But when reality strikes, you will act. You may never have swum, but that day you'll know how to swim. The things we do when adrenaline kicks in, those things help us understand that despite the limitations and the challenges that we have as mankind, we still possess a lot that helps us stand up and stand out. And here we are, and this is the world that we're living in, where it's very unpredictable. You really never know. So when all the issues are going on, stay alert, stay sharp. Don't say, because all things are going on, I'm going to switch off all social media and everything. What happens if something is going on and it's going to happen where you are? Something major. Mind you said, let me put off all information. You'll become a victim. And then how that help you? It didn't. It's how we manage what we receive, all the information we receive. That makes the biggest difference. Ignoring it doesn't help. Managing it, best way around. Enjoying what we have when you still have it. Use how you have fresh air, take that walk. You have a place where you have a beach, go and enjoy yourself. You have a place where there's a forest, go. We have a river, enjoy. Whatever you have that's within your reach, enjoy it while you still have it. Because at the end of the day, what you have may one day become gold to you. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to be a refugee for a refugee. But it happens. It happens. The things beyond your scope. You can't go back where things are getting crazy. So where you are, that's where you are. What happens? Do you change? Do you now go all berserk? No. You remain calm. Now you understand, I'm in this place, this is my situation. Not people wake up and say, I want to live in a camp. No one wants to go and live in a camp. But things happen, and that's your place in that season. And sometimes it could be a decade. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to live under a cave because of the things that are going on. But circumstances push us to places where we did not anticipate. It's how we choose to manage things that makes us be able to pull through. At the end of the day, each one of us can pull through. It's how we choose to manage. If you don't manage it well, then things get chaotic because there's a lot of information, but there's zero transformation. And with everyone shouting, sift through the noise. The activists, sift through the noise and understand, is this a paid activist? Is this an unpaid activist? Who's behind the payroll? It's always important. Understand those who cause division. Understand if they're hidden agendas. Understand if part of it is propagandas. Because at the end of the day, if you don't stay calm and composed, a lot will happen. And in a time where a lot of emotions are running and logic is leaving the door, you can find yourself in places and in spaces where there's a lot of danger, and sadly you end up taking the bait without even noticing you did it. So as everything turns chaotic, remain calm. Sift through the noise. Ask yourself, what can I handle? What's within my scope that I can handle? Work with that. And whatever is beyond your scope, let it be. You handle what you can because that's what you have at the time. Whatever is beyond you is beyond. Whatever is under your control, then that's what you control.